Dozens of people are searching for a missing hiker in the gorge.
21-year-old Riley Zickel set out on an overnight hike by himself.
The County Sheriff's Office is searching for a missing hiker on the Olympic Peninsula.
John and Trevor Higgins, the father and son, were last seen Friday. They disappeared while hunting near Bear Camp Road above Agnes.
21-year-old Riley Zickel, the senior at Lewis and Clark College, disappeared.
An emotional plea from friends of a woman who is missing right now in the Skamania County wilderness. She's 19 years old, Maureen Kelly.
Searchers are looking for a 76-year-old farmer who did not come back from mushroom hunting near Grangeville.
Hello, and happy 4th of July to all of our American listeners. I'm your host, Tanner Hoskins, Executive Director here at Pacific Northwest Missing Persons Project, and we hope that all of you out there listening today will have all of the digits and limbs that you started today off with by the end of the night tonight. And if you don't, we hope that you recover quickly and end up with one hell of a good story to tell. I wanted to thank all of you who have already donated to our cause. Invoices are personally emailed out by myself, thanking you for your donation and reminding you to save that receipt for tax season. Your generous donations directly assist us in all of our field work, conducting grid searches for any sign of these missing persons and their belongings. We could not do any of this work without your support and generosity. Whether it's $5, $10, $25, or $2,500, all of it directly benefits what we are trying to do out here for the greater good. I also wanted to thank all of you again for listening to this podcast and for sharing it with your friends and family. Word of mouth is how nonprofit organizations grow the fastest, and let me say, we have seen quite a lot of new listeners recently, and traffic to our website and social media pages are through the roof. Again, it doesn't matter if you're giving money or if you're just spreading the news of what we're doing by word of mouth. You are making a major impact in the lives of so many families that have been left to grieve and wonder where their loved one is. All right, let's get into this week's stories. The first story that I'm going to talk about today is that of Stephen Douglas Litsey. Stephen Litsey was last seen in the Twin Lakes area of South Central Oregon in the Douglas County area of Umpqua National Forest. Stephen Litsey was last seen walking into the Twin Lakes area at about 7:30 a.m. on October 29th of 2011 while deer hunting with his partner. The two of them agreed to meet up later that day, but Litsey never arrived at their rendezvous point. Mr. Litsey's hunting partner reported him missing the next day, and unfortunately, Mr. Litsey left his cell phone and GPS device in his camper. An extensive search of the area turned up zero signs of Stephen Litsey, nor did they recover the rifle that he was last known to be carrying. 2 or 3 days into the search and rescue effort looking for Stephen Litsey, a severe thunderstorm rolled through the area and soon after was followed by a very heavy snowstorm. It was at this point, 4 days after Stephen Litsey disappeared, that the search for him was called off. Searchers have not been able to locate his backpack, his rifle, nor any other trace of him since his disappearance. The description of Stephen Litsey is 5'7", 155 pounds with white hair and glasses, last seen wearing full camouflage clothing. If you know anything about Stephen Litsey's disappearance, or if you may have seen him hunting in the area back in 2011, please contact the Douglas County Sheriff's Office at 541-440-4471. Our second case that I'd like to talk about today is that of Shane Sprenger. Shane Sprenger went missing on Tuesday, November 2nd, 2021. On the day that Shane disappeared, he was working as a contractor on a job site near the Blue Sky Market in Blue River, Oregon. According to friends and family, Shane returned home on his lunch break around 10 a.m. to Vida, Oregon, or Vida, Oregon, Vida, Oregon, and has not been seen since. 2 days later, on Thursday, November 4th, Shane's pickup truck was located near the Blue River Reservoir by his friends and his wife. These are the same individuals that were last known to be with him on the day he disappeared. Then, on Friday, November 5th, the same individuals that located Shane's pickup truck reported him as missing. According to the Lane County Sheriff's Office, it was believed that Shane Sprenger might have been out mushroom hunting after his lunch break, but it is now believed that Shane intended to go back to work at the contract site that he was working on. Shane was not the kind to just voluntarily walk away. Shane was a hard worker. He would have never left expensive power tools out in the rain. Later, in 2022, partial remains of Shane Sprenger began washing up on the shore of the Mackenzie River near Quartz Creek in the Finn Rock area. Now, this location is just a few miles away from Shane Sprenger's home. For Sprenger to have supposedly been at the Blue River Reservoir, it would have been 10 miles for his body parts to have washed ashore down by Finn Rock. Finn Rock is located only about 2 to 3 miles from where Shane Sprenger was known to be living at the time of his disappearance. Unfortunately, the amount of human remains that washed ashore were not enough for law enforcement to decide how Shane possibly died. And as far as I know, Shane is not considered deceased at this point. He is still a missing person. Despite my investigation into Shane's disappearance, I still have yet to hear back from the Lane County Sheriff's Office. I have reached out multiple times, and I do hope to get into contact with them here shortly. Our team believes that somebody knows what happened to Shane Sprenger. If you or someone you know knows what happened to Shane Sprenger, please contact the Lane County Sheriff's Office. You can do so by calling 541-682-4150. Press 1 for dispatch services and request a call back. We hope someone out there that knows something is willing to reach out and talk to the Lane County Sheriff's Office. If you know something and are uncomfortable talking to the Sheriff's Office, please reach out to us at pnwmpp.org. There, you can contact us through our Contact Us links, and please provide written correspondence as to what information you have to share that might bring answers and closure to the Sprenger family. All right, that's it for this week's episode. We want to thank you again for listening. And as always, before you go recreating in the great outdoors of the Pacific Northwest, please take the time to look into who is possibly missing in the area that you plan to recreate in. You never know when you might stumble across something that brings answers or closure to a grieving family. Thank you.